Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. I hope you had a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your love and your support and your donations. Thank you. I'm truly grateful. You guys are wonderful. I'm going to go right into this read. Oh, these cards are slippery. Anyhow, you know this is timeless. It's for whenever you come across this read, and you can switch the genders and the roles as we need to go, as you need to, as we go along. That is not a problem. Again, thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about. Well, the real story. That's the first one that came out. The true story will come to light. Congratulations. If you've been waiting to hear the truth about something, you'll get the truth. If not, then if somebody's been lying about you, it's going to come out. Bottom of the deck, something to do with family ties. Family dynamics are influencing the relationship. Could be you're seeing somebody that maybe their family doesn't like you or vice versa. Bad influence. Maybe they think you're a bad influence or somebody is a bad influence to you. Someone is having a negative influence on your life. There's a lot of jealousy issues. Jealousy may be affecting your relationship. There's inner conflict. Inner conflict makes decision-making difficult, and supportive circle. So you do have a supportive circle. They're supporting you in this decision. Some sort of unexpected news is coming. There's a new alliance here. Bridging differences. It could be cultural, it could be anything. Somebody had ulterior motives, and you trust the process. Somebody was spreading rumors about you. People are getting mixed signals. There's been a temporary distance, either physical or emotional or both, between you and somebody else, because there's a lot of stories going around. Well, let's see who's a big mouth that's spreading stories. You know, those types of people that like to get involved in other people's business. You know what I'm saying? They cause havoc. They wreak havoc, and they don't think anything's wrong with what they've done. And they walk away, and they go back home. But if you went into their life, wreaked havoc in their life like that, with their relationships, with their homes, with their stability, whatever. Oh boy, watch out, right? The real story. But it's okay for them to do. Yeah, I don't think so. Real story. Okay. 11-11. Damn. Twin flame, runner, chaser, divine timing. That's the real story. Or they're going to get the real story as to the true twin flame journey. A lot of people get taken in. Just do your homework, okay? Contemplation, yes or no. Unsure choices and decisions. Someone's snooping. Drive by your home or your business. Stalking social media, psychic, tarot readings. Maybe they're getting tarot readings on you. Maybe they did. Somebody lied to them, said this was a twin flame relationship. Listen, a twin flame would never hurt you. The last thing that the divine would want you to do is sit at home while they get it out of their system and they sleep with everybody. The last thing that the divine wants is for this person to do magic against you, to harm you, to abuse you, to use you, to leave you with no other alternatives, to dry up all of your family and friends. Usually they're narcissistic, right? Runner chaser dynamic, that's what it implies. It's abuse. It's nothing but abuse. Only the devil would want you to do that, not the divine. It is not divine. It's not a divine union if somebody's doing that to you. Sure, it could be a false twin. It could be somebody just using this jargon to get you hooked. Maybe they're doing spell work on you, love and lust spells, so you can't get your mind off of them. Maybe, I don't know. Take it for whatever it is, okay? Now, obviously getting tarot readings about you. Or maybe you're getting tarot readings seeing if this is your twin. Somebody can't face you. They're in avoidance here, okay? I think they know you know the truth. In hiding, feeling guilty, no communication. Somebody was envious here. Hater, spiteful, and jealous. They sent you spiritual attacks. Now, this could be to harm you, take from you, block you, or this is also to bind your will. Love and lust. Come to me spells. Don't play with this stuff, okay? Because what happens is it really repulses you at the end of the day. They do it often enough, it's going to lose its efficacy. You're just going to be repulsed by this person. The last thing you want to do is be near them. What it's going to do to this person, it's going to go back on them. It's called a backfire. Energy needs to go somewhere. It's not going towards you. It's not working on you. So that they're getting more and more obsessed with you. Do you understand? It's a push and pull. If it's a struggle, love, it's not love. Power struggles, imbalance, and stubborn. A lot of controversy, drama, scandal, truth coming out. So somebody's a liar. Somebody likes spreading stories here. I bet you they would love it if they could just hang it all on you. You know what I mean? Real story, 1111. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Divine intervention. The divine doesn't want you into one of these relationships. People hoodwinking you into giving everything to them, ruining your life, not following through with your passions and with the people you should be with, to sit at home and wait for them and cater to them and be abused by them. Nah. Divine intervention, serendipity, catalyst, and karma. They're getting karma. Okay? They're going into the nothingness. This is death, meaninglessness, erasure, and forgetfulness. I think the divine's made up his mind. Something to do with finances, or they were trying to do this to you. Okay? Money problems, work, success, and fortune. They did something taboo here. Limit, crime, forbidden love, and curiosity. They're going to have to compensate you and balance something out with you, or they want to now, because maybe they're getting hit hard by this karma. This karma is going to continue with these people until the debt's been paid. Do you understand what I'm saying? Trust and believe. They'll know when the debt's paid. So they have to adapt now, and they have to accommodate. They always wanted you to accommodate for them, right? Now they're running away from what they stirred. The shit they stirred. Get away, keep away, give up. Now they want to give up. Sorry. Yeah, I am sorry. The unspoken apology, eternal regret. Something to do with data, online, backup, and digital. Trying to steal from you. I don't know if they were setting you up for something. It's hard to tell. You don't want that, you want that. Okay. All right. The real story, 1111, divine intervention. Ooh, you're at peace here, harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. This is what you bring. You bring peace. And what they bring, this is what they want. Nightlife, striptease, gamble, and Vegas. They're going into the nothingness. So they chose the nothingness. Okay, you blocked them. Moved on, nothing to say, stop calling. All you can do is spread rumors here and gossip. Sipping. Rumors, gossip, and nosy. Waves. Emotions, worry, and fear. They're facing legalities, or they wanted you to. Lawyers, court paperwork, or you're going to be bringing them to court. Antisocial. By in your feelings, silent treatment left out, or they're in their feelings. Drowning. Over your head, overextended, rock bottom. So they overextended themselves. They're hitting rock bottom. They're looking at you like, oh, the possibilities. They're suffering in silence, or you did. Unspoken desires, real feelings, broken dreams. Yeah. Feminine, divine feminine energy. Gentleness, nurturing, mothering. So this, who they chose over you, who they thought was their, it turns out to be a karmic. Third parties, haters, lessons learned. Puzzled, confused, perplexed, conflicted, established. Because in their head, they think that a divine being would have to have lots of money. They would have to be rich, settled, secure, wealthy. No. There's all kinds of divines out there living in different income brackets. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because, some people say, well, we're a power couple, twin flames. We're going to rule the world together. No, it doesn't work that way. Do your homework. Really, what the divine, true twin flame journey is awakening yourself up, because you are your own true twin flame. Do you understand? We have both masculine and feminine energies within each and every one of us. We need to balance that out and live in a balanced energy. Same with our dark and light. We need to balance that out. We don't eradicate all of the dark, because you need that ego. You need that part of your ego to defend yourself, protect yourself, to tell you when something's wrong and be able to speak up for yourself. So you can't be all love and light. If somebody's claiming they're all love and light, and you have to sit by and just take it in the chin, every time they use and abuse you and do all kinds of horrible things to you, don't worry, he or she's your true love. Don't worry, they're going to wake up one day and say, you are mine. Yeah, okay. When you're 98 and they're already in the ground, you've wasted your life. This is happening today here. Good vibes now in the moment. Someone's wearing a mask, hiding, concealing, deception. They're going through some sort of stagnancy, stuck, dead end, and frozen. They wanted to steal your spiritual inheritance, your divine heritage, your divinity. They give it to their karmic. They barked up the wrong tree. We've been picking that up too in some of these reads recently. This karmic just wants to be you so very badly. They know they're a karmic. But they're lazy. They're a lazy karmic. They don't want to do the work and elevate. And not everybody's a divine being, let's face it. Not everybody's a surgeon. Not everybody's a rocket scientist. Not everybody's born in North America. It's your lot in life. It's what you chose on the other side, okay? So, real story, 1111, divine intervention and harmony. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? You're going towards balance, peace, and happiness, and love and harmony. Congratulations. The real story's coming out. Wow, 5 of Wands. Competition, conflict, jealousy, drama, fighting, rivalry. They can't look at each other, can they? London Bridge. If that means anything. Overarching energy. Oh, the Hermit, finding out. Effed around and found out. That's the overarching energy. Could be an investigation. Someone's shining a light on something. You're in isolation. You went into isolation. You have a lot of wisdom here. You have a direct connection with Source. Watching and waiting, shining a light on things, finding out. Could be discovery. Oh, look at this. This was here in reverse, Ange de la Nuit. Obviously, it's not an angel. It's in reverse, fallen angel, and the devil came out right afterwards. Somebody's a karmic. Finding out that the one they were with is a karmic. Damn. Devil energy. Not the Empress. Somebody's obsessed with the Empress or wanting to be the Empress, or the karmic wants to be the Empress. Could be a pregnancy as well. So the karmic could have gotten pregnant here. That's a heartbreak. So heartbroken. Somebody's doing some reflecting. Oh, that karmic wasn't the divine being. Or they're finding out they'll never be a divine being. Maybe they cooked this up with one of your exes here. They can take your spiritual gifts, your spiritual inheritance, and your destiny. Yeah, somebody told them a pack of lies. 4 cups. They still think they have an opportunity with you. Somebody took advantage of a situation they should not have. They were very ungrateful and disrespectful. This can't be ignored. You know your value and your worth. The Hermit in the upright, Ange de la Nuit in reverse, the Devil, and 3 of Swords. There's a lot of heartbreak here. Emperor. Born Emperor. You bossed up, took back your power. The heartbreak could be they're finding out you're the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Take it for whatever it is. Oh, the Empress got kicked out of heaven. I just heard that loud and clear. Rejected, abandoned, feeling sorry for themselves. So the Emperor chose, I hate to say it, it could be a female in this energy. They chose a karmic. They were lying, cheating, and or stealing, wanted to take the easy way out. The karmic was lying. They're trying to strategize a way to escape a situation. Because you're the one that got away. Now they're feeling sorry for themselves. They're missing you. They're longing for you. You bossed up, took back your power. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. Someone was unstable and insecure, greedy and selfish, codependent, clingy. Could have been a financial crime or they're hidden financial difficulties. You don't want to be alone. You want to be contender, right? King of Wands. In the past. I don't know. They wanted a life of luxury as a leader off of your back in the past. They were lying, cheating, and or stealing. Living a life of luxury off. They just didn't want to be alone or something like that. Yeah. They keep repeating a bad pattern of behavior. They don't want to learn the lesson or stop. This is a wicked clap back from the universe. Unfinished business. This is not over yet. Their world is upside down. Now the King of Cups drinking in their emotions and in their cups. They're emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, emotionally immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed. They maybe can't control their emotions right now. Their world is upside down. I don't know. They can't move on. They can't overcome something. They don't want to move. They can't travel. The world in reverse. They could have did some sort of financial crime online. Now they're kicked offline. Nah, somebody's not the father. Don't want to be a father. Somebody's malicious, ruthless, and cruel and careless with your emotions. 6 of Swords. They can't move on. They can't escape something. They're in hot water. Somebody's in trouble. Got themselves in trouble. Male or female. Place the genders where that belongs. Eight of Pentacles. Trying to block your work. Can't travel for work. They have to put the work in. Have to be more disciplined. This is success. Very diligent here. Taking action. Working as a sex worker. Wow. So they said you were working as a sex worker. If they wrote it down online, it's libel. If they spoke it, it's slander. It's definitely defamation of character. Trying to slag you. You're going to be taking action here. Yeah, they're grieving and regretting, crying over spilt milk now. That ship has sailed. Yeah, you're taking action, and or they wound up with somebody that's getting paid for, you know. That ship has sailed. They're grieving and regretting, crying over spilt milk. It could be far away from home. Somebody's taking action. This is new beginnings, new passion, opportunities, growth, and expansion. You might have a good, I don't know, this is Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's unfaithful. They can't be trusted. They're immature, irresponsible, not reliable, not dependable. They're lazy, non-committal. Lazy, lazy, lazy. They can't come correct. Stole a car, lost a car, got into a car accident. This is not going anywhere. They can't overcome. They don't want to take accountability. They don't want to work. Well, I didn't mean to say that. They don't want to move if they're forced to move. They're going to have to let go, open up. They have no protection. Release. They can't hold back any longer. They're unstable and insecure. Five of Pentacles, going towards lack and loss and poverty. On the outside looking in. So somebody loves the nightlife, the Vegas, you know, the glitz, the glamour, the tits, the slammers, nothingness. Family or that. Oh, my family's boring. Yeah, Eight of Wands. Fast communication, fast action, under travel. They want to talk to you. They're going towards poverty. Something's happening. Oh. It's over. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. You are the phoenix rising. There could be something happened quickly here. They lied. They want to talk to you about an unalived, somebody being unalived, or them saying you were unalived. It was all lies. They have to work. This is fast forward motion here to end something. I don't know. So this is change. You're the phoenix rising. Temperance in reverse. Could be an OD. Addictions. They went to extremes. Inappropriate behavior. Obsessions. No reconciliation, no conflict resolution, no peace, harmony, or contentment. Someone's very impatient. Ace of Cups. Somebody's heartless and cruel. They might have wanted you to go bye-bye. Drained here. No, not happy. Empty vessel here. Letting go. Giving up. They're angry. They're scared of being exposed. Truth coming out. You could have said you were gone, if you know what I'm saying, but you're quite healthy, happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise here. The truth. They're being exposed. This is elimination. They bore false witness, perjured themselves, lost a child. Divination, abuse. They're in debt. Took a huge gamble and lost. They didn't want to learn a lesson. They didn't do any follow-up or follow-through. They can't pay up. Immature. Bad financial news. No new beginnings. They can't pay up. They're under a great deal of stress or strain here. 10-10. There's an ending. There's two endings here for this family. Great deal of stress and strain over for this family, this group. For this money. They're all opportunists. You're stable and secure. You're happy, stable and secure. There's proof and evidence they underestimated you. This is something to do with an investment yet again. They're going to be arrested. It's illumination. You overcame. They can't slow you down or stagnate you any longer. This is illumination. This is surrendering it to God. Letting go, letting God, right? You're not waiting for this fool. They wanted you waiting. Whatever this was all self-imposed. Self-harming. It's just scratching her own self, making it look like somebody else did it, right? They got paid to do that. Yeah, no communication. This is bad news. Somebody lied. They threw rocks and needed hands. They felt entitled. This is a drama starter. A lot of lies, illusions, deception, manipulation, magic, corruption. Two-faced, wearing a mask, out of control. Don't have all the resources they need. Didn't take any action. Don't want you taking any action. Seven of Wands. Made up allegations and accusations that were unfounded. There's an attack. Spiritual attack. They have no protection. They have no defense. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. Sudden departure, sudden arrival. They don't know what to do. There's no contingency plans. They have no... They're waiting. They're afraid to make a decision. Trying to avoid a tower moment. You blocked it. You're safe from this tower. You avoided catastrophe. They don't know what to do. Yeah, they lost a child. This is ruin. They had an internal disruption. They don't care. Spell work yet again. They're not sorry for what they've done here. They're immature, insincere, and childish. They're spying on you. They're feeling rejected and abandoned. They're being watched here under surveillance or under an investigation. Delayed communication from afar. They're having an emotional outburst. Somebody's learned something. Yeah, they're being exposed. This public humiliation. They're hiding from the from public here. Trying to hide you from the public if you're online. They want you off of a platform if you're on a platform. Or this is divorce or separation. They're embarrassed and disgraced. Or this is corruption. They had a crooked judge or leader pulling strings for them. Or this is warlock. They've committed some sort of crime. Yeah, this is false contracts, poor decisions, parting ways with a karmic here. It's all one-sided there with the highway. Lack of trust, no harmony, getting some consequences. This is a lesson, okay? It was not a blessing. I'm going to claim that they did something against their will. Yeah, somebody was jealous of you. They wanted you in poverty, maybe struggling financially, or this is somebody that's a gold digger and a clout chaser. They were very jealous of you, lazy, codependent, and greedy. Yeah, they were jealous of the Empress, divine feminine energy. There we go. Five of Swords, because you let them go. They're holding a grudge against you. They're going to have to let this go. Yep, Seven of Cups is not going anywhere. All that glitters is not gold. No more confusion. This was all illusion. Running out of options. Don't have a choice. They wanted to embarrass and disgrace you. They're embarrassed and disgraced here. They look like a fool. They wanted to make you look like a fool. Nah, they don't have... Nah, you're innocent. They have no choice now. Everybody knows you're innocent. You took a leap of faith. You're starting new somewhere else. Somebody's a fool here. You're a leader. Or this is somebody else. Under judgment, making a judgment call. They're under judgment here. Four of Wands. Non-committal. Losing a home, business, or stability. Wanting to destabilize you. Party's over. There's no redemption. Eight of Cups. Got to walk away. Not emotionally invested, facing the unknown. Yep, parting ways, lack of trust, don't see eye to eye. Not getting along. Lots of lying, no truth or clarity, no communication. So you parted ways from them, you walked away from this person. And you haven't spoken to them since. They lied to you about a third party or contract, so why would you go back there? Why would you every now and then stop by or call them and say, hey, how's it going? No, somebody meant you wrong, you're not going to call them. Bye, read my back, see ya. A lot of lies and illusions. They were hiding quite a lot. They were fucking player energy. Didn't think before they acted. They're in debt. They wanted you to look unstable. They defrauded you. They breadcrumbed you, okay? Yeah, there he goes. They're unstable. They lost a lot of money on Sleeping around with promiscuous people. Somebody's very jealous, abusive, conniving, a bully. They're angry all the time. You're doing black magic. Spent a lot of money in black magic here. Yeah. Whole bagging it around their friends here. They wanted you to compete with them or for them. Or compete against their karmic, their best karmic. Because that makes the karmic feel better about themselves. If they can come up against you and hurt you and, you know, they're chosen over you. That means that they're not as bad as you, but really they are. They're the karmic, okay? There's a lot of competition here. They can't even look at one another. That's disgusting. Queen of Swords. Somebody lied. They were jealous, vindictive, vile, spiteful, bitter, and angry. Liar, pants on fire. You foresaw this. They were jealous of you. You foresaw this. You're not looking back. You're moving forward. You foresaw it. You saw it for what it is. Two of Swords in reverse. You saw it clearly for what it is. You were spreading gossip here. You parted ways from them. The party's over. There will be no reconciling. 3-3. That popped out, but I popped it back in. So we have 9 swords. This is a nightmare. The worst has happened. You're getting your justice. You're not worried. You always knew you'd get your justice. You foresaw it. For some of you that are seers, you foresaw it. You'd get your justice. That's why you weren't up in arms about this at all. You didn't have to fight them. You didn't have to compete. You knew how it was going to end up. And it really bore a hole through this karmic's ass that you wouldn't fight against them. Somebody's coming in to help, straighten something out, cooperate now. It's a contract. They lost a home. They need help. This is non-committal. The party's over. There's no redemption. They're going to be homeless now, the third party. They're getting kicked out. In the past, this is happening now. They're having nostalgic memories. This is family, children. Maybe you're going to help some children. I don't know. 4 swords. Contemplating, strategizing, needing to put something to rest with you, to let something go. They can't resist, or they can't restrict you. They can't bind you. You're not worried. They're not spending renting any space in your head. You're free. You've healed. Yeah. 10 of Swords. Now they're maybe thinking of going into rehab or, I don't know, recovery. They want forgiveness now. They want to be free. They want to come in and take those swords out of your back they placed there. They did too much. They did too much. They could be sick or injured, needing to heal. Or children got hurt here. Yeah, they're trying to stall for something. They're getting karma. They're trying to take you out to take your Wheel of Fortune. Ain't gonna happen. They're getting karma here. They're losing their home, their business, their stability. They're non-committal. The party's over. There's no redemption. You come after a, whatever name you go by, a divine being, a chosen one, an earth angel, whatever you are. When somebody comes after an anointed one, let's say, and they do all this fuck shit, who do you think you're going up against? Not the anointed one. You're going up against God. You lose everything. Everything. Yep. What did I tell you? There's no spiritual protection here. They're in their south node forever. Ooh, relegated to their south node. No faith. They're feeling ashamed of themselves. Losing hope. They don't want you having wish fulfillment, or they're realizing they're losing all of everything they ever wanted, everything they finagled and lied and slept around for and hurt people and unalived people for, is slipping right through their fingers. Oh no, I can't keep it because it's not theirs. It's not their story. It's not their life. It's not their destiny. 2 of Pentacles. You got to balance something out here. You're too balanced. You're in alignment. They're juggling you or money, playing games, making a head over heart decision. This was a crime. This was abuse, endangering others. This was recklessness. They got to balance something out. Yeah, parting ways with groups, cults, covens, secret societies, third parties, or friend groups. They spread egregious gossip. There will be no reconciling. They committed crimes against you. They abused you. Law and order, doctor, Archangel Michael. Somebody's, this could be you or someone else, male or female. You have authority. You speak with authority. You're very learned. You're very intellectual. Very smart. You speak the truth, only the truth. You could be a professional of any kind. Yeah, you're a speaker, all right. Highly intuitive. This could be a hitman. Being in reverse, right? Somebody's coming to tell you the truth. You could be a reader, a spiritualist. You don't have to be a high priest or a high priestess. You're highly intuitive, very smart. This is wise counsel. This could be a lawyer. Somebody wanted wise counsel. Somebody was holding back. They weren't talking the truth. They didn't want to take accountability. They judged you wrongly. This is harsh judgment, or judgment's going against somebody. No second chances. This is karma. They wanted to steal this inheritance, spiritual or otherwise. It's family discord. They're going to lose everything. You know it. You saw it. Intuitively, you saw that whoever this is going to lose everything in a court of law for what they've done to you. This person didn't want long-term relationships. Now they want a second chance after not wanting long-term relationships, after losing everything. Yeah, I don't think so. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet, using your intuition. Yeah, strong intuition, strong sight here. Lots of love, too. You have integrity, self-love especially. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're very resilient. You're very strong and courageous. Be proud of who you are. You're very generous of spirit, time, energy. Yeah, somebody's lost. They don't want you having wish fulfillment. Somebody wanted power and control over you. They were impersonating you. It's a fall from grace. They got demoted, lost, terminated, or lost their position, whether it's in a family, in a group, or at work. This is not wish fulfillment. They never were your wish fulfillment, whoever this is. They're always in their lust, energy, in their ego, wanting power and control. They didn't realize how strong you are. This is fall from grace for sure. Knight of Cups. Now they want to be friends. Now they want to come and give you an offer. They might get good, and maybe they want you to party with them or something. I don't know. They're giving a cup of love, or they want to be friends with you now, King of Pentacles, because you're stable and secure. You're successful, hardworking, abundant, and generous. Yeah, you see it for what it is. You let this person go. Yeah, you're not mentally conflicted, okay? There's no more stalemate. I was about to say before I saw the Two of Swords in reverse, you let them go for a reason. They could have been this person had they supported you in any kind of way, any kind of friendship or anything like that, or they were supporting their friends. Well, I'm picking up from this picture, though. The castle's in the background. It's kind of like far away. It's burnt. It leads me to believe this is not theirs. Okay, usually means abundance is near. He's wearing, expensive clothing, like he's posing. I say he looks too young to be a King of Pentacles, if you know what I'm saying. Usually they're established success. They put a lot of work in. It takes a while to get there. But they're usually the King of Pentacles has got the pentacle in his hands and the chest of jewels right there. He's not holding the pentacle. He's not even touching it. So this is somebody that reminds me of somebody that takes photos of them near somebody else's car, somebody else's clothes, somebody else's, bling. It's a show off. This is somebody that was trying to fake it till they make it, and people are seeing them clearly. You know what I mean? Where they got their money. It wasn't altruistic. Now they want to come in and be friends with you after they got let go, or they have to open up towards you. They want to open up their heart chakra. Yeah, I don't know, because you're stable and secure. Place yourself where you belong. Male or female, it's just energy anyways, okay? But the real story, you're getting it. Something to do with family ties, family dynamics, influencing the relationship. This is something to do with 1111, twin flames, runner, chaser dynamic, or divine timing. You might not have anything to do with twin flame, although some people are dealing with it. It could be divine timing. You had to wait. Contemplation, yes or no. Something's out of somebody's hands here. Nothing, nightlife, striptease, gamble in Vegas, nothingness, unalive, meaninglessness, erasure, and forgetfulness. So somebody gave you the twin flame jargon. Had you believing it for a second? You know what I'm saying? Well, they went out and partied all the time and left you at home alone. Couldn't care less whether you were alive or dead. You forgot your birthday, forgot your anniversary, Oh, is it Christmas? Sorry, I didn't pick anything up for you. There was no spark here. Do you understand what I'm saying? Couldn't, it wouldn't have done any difference to this person if you were alive or not. You know what I'm saying? You found your harmony. The divine intervened here. Serendipity, catalyst, and karma. They're getting karma. You were the catalyst here. You found your own peace, harmony, and happiness and balance in your life. That's what you bring. You bring peace and happiness. Congratulations. And maybe now they want to come back in. I don't know. Doesn't look like they're having a good time wherever they are. They're facing legalities. I know that. This is how many times did I try to do this read today? It's just all over the place. Mind you, the last read I did, I was developing a small headache, so it is what it is. 1, Sagittarius, bonfire. Enthusiasm, energy, heated, intense, joy, ignite, passion, ecstasy, exhilaration, spark, community, sharing ideas, get things going, orgasm, fanaticism, fever, and fears. So it sounds like somebody was sleeping with everybody in this community, or trying to. Shield yourself. 19, Aries, shield, defensive. Oh, somebody's feeling defensive here. Protect. They didn't have protection. Support, safeguard, block, guardian, stand up for, being prepared, heroic, stronghold, security, ward off unwanted energies, be on guard, and withstand. So you withstood everything they put you through. They were sending you some sort of energetic manipulation. You're being guarded. You are a master. It could be an ascendant master. You're just very disciplined. You might be into martial arts. I don't know. Discipline, working smart, focus, structure, teaching, training, conquer, overcome, controlled, learning a skill, in the flow, authoritarian, commanding presence. When you walk into a room, people notice. 199. If this is any a karmic cycle here, it's Capricorn here. Sag, Aries. Oh, okay, Capricorn. What I was picking up here is, where is I going with this? This could also be you are ascending. Maybe you're going to meet somebody that's going to help you continue with your growth and your healing. A master of some sort. It could be an ascended master, or it could be martial arts. Maybe you want to protect yourself, get yourself in good health. Maybe you're going to go that route, or you're going to meet somebody that is into martial arts. 8, Leo. Hot air balloon, balance, uplifting, freedom, going with the flow, rise above, don't resist, new perspective, untouchable, defying gravity, continuous flow, ascension. You are ascending, I'm telling you. View, elevate, feeling good. And you're too high above them. 98. She's, it's that song, but I can't remember who sings it. I posted it not long ago. She's so high, high above me. She's so lovely. That's right. It was Joan of Arc or Aphrodite. I'll try to remember to post it. Anyways, they're full of hot air. You've been ascending. They can't come near you. They're going to get a crick in their neck looking up towards you. You could be a person of water, or you're dealing with somebody that is a water sign, or you might have it somewhere in your chart. We all usually have most of these signs in our charts anyways. And it also depends on what's happening in the transits. What are the planets doing right now? What position are they in? Are they in your first house, your second house? That's why it's so confusing, or I'd rather not. So person of water, the emotional idealist. Emotionally connected, psychic, empathic, intuitive, sensitive, heart-centered, feels deeply, takes things personally, healer, counselor, advisor, and author. This could be you, or you're dealing with somebody else. This could be the master that's coming in to help you finish healing, or to guide you, either or. You are this person. White rabbit, 7, Sag. So somebody's going down the rabbit hole. You might like a lot of whimsy. I know I do. Spark of curiosity, gnosis. Gnosis means knowledge. You have a great deal of knowledge here. Spiritual awakening. It's time. Heeding the call. Research it. Inner knowing. Dark to light. So somebody's going from dark to light, possibly. Going down the rabbit hole. Waking from the dream. Sorry about the background noise. I mean, we all sin. We've all gone down, all done things we're not proud of. We've had our moments where we weren't the greatest. So it depends on who this is. You could have went from the dark to light. Maybe you had, a background. We all do, in one way or another. And you went to the light, and you have a lot of, a lot of knowledge. And the people that know you the best are going, oh, sure, they're an ascended master. Oh, sure, they're a chosen one. They're a divine being. Yeah, right. Because it's always the ones closest to you that project the most. Do you understand what I'm saying? 8, hive mind. That's 78, Taurus. This group has a hive mind. Diligent, persistent, stamina, application, tireless, mindful, hard work, devoted, fruitful, busy, conscientious, energetic, continual, harvest, endurance. You've endured a lot. It's time to harvest now. Effort, patient, and concentration. So they were trying to harvest from you. And they got their underlings, their flying monkeys, to do the nasty work, right? So coin toss, 2, Virgo, 82. Choices, either or, be fair, considering pros and cons. Fate, equal, 2 sides to every story. Actually, there's 3. Butterfly effect, either way, 50-50 chance, unpredictable, can't decide and take a chance. Well, yeah, it was this magic always works. It's going to work. Yeah, sure, we'll get what we want. Yeah, no, I don't think so. They could also be betting one another. Oh, I bet you I can get this person to do this if we do that. You know what I mean with spell work? Yeah, 6, 26, Aquarius, airplane. Lately, I've been looking at this, any kind of planes lately, and saying land the plane. So this has been going on for quite a while. Somebody could work in aviation, or they're traveling, you or someone else, Aquarius. Somebody's at a long distance. Sorry, this seems like both sides. The neighbors coming home at the same time. Speed, overcome, you overcame a lot. Rise up, freedom, no boundaries, breaking free, in control, things work out, taking off, leave it behind, internal guidance system. And that's what you have, is we all have this internal guidance system. We just learn to use it. It's like a muscle. You go to the gym to work your muscles, right? Lift weights, whatever you do in the gym. You don't do anything, it just atrophies, right? Just like your intuition. You have to learn what it feels like. You know what I mean? They did something to do with money. They had you, maybe it was just energy, or they wanted your destiny, or somebody actually did try to impersonate you with false ID. Silence. Or they wanted to take you out for life insurance, or has something to do with this inheritance. Keep moving in silence as you continue to build. Silence can be a powerful tool for increasing your personal power. Sharing too much too soon can be risky, as not everyone is as trustworthy as they seem. And I think you found that out. And I know in my spiritual journey, it was a big eye-opener. I thought, like, everybody thinks everybody's like them. I always thought most people weren't that crooked, that dishonest, that diabolical or demonic, until the last 6-7 years, or maybe a little bit more, the last 10 years. You start seeing people's true colors. I still had a hard time. I didn't want to believe it. Maybe that's you too. It's about the silence, about the investment. It's a large amount of money here. Your finances are improving and expanding. Now is a great time to make an investment. Set a solid foundation, and the fruits of your labor will follow. So that's either coming up, or it has something to do with some past money, some past investment. Unexpected. Get ready for unexpected financial setbacks. So somebody's, they're bargaining on this money. It's not coming in for them. It's coming for you, though. The financial crisis might be beyond your control, but the outcome is still up to you, how you handle it, right? Tackle things in advance and prepare for the unexpected. So pay off what you need to pay off that's most important, like having a roof over your head, having food in your belly. If this is you, or if not, if it's the karmics, then let them deal. But if it is you, there's certain ways where you can maybe call your creditors and ask for an extension. Ask them to drop the interest rate if it's a credit card or a bank. Usually they'll say yes. You just got to be bold enough to ask. You might have to consolidate some debts to have one payment, one interest rate. I know this is Canada, though. This is Canada rules. I do know this because I went down this road. I was afraid I was going to have to claim bankruptcy, so I had to pare back in different areas, right? Somebody was dealing with the underworld, that's why. The underbelly of society, or the underworld, if you know what I'm saying. Look for unique approaches to create new streams of income. It could be on the black, what do you call it? Dark web? SMECs. Unalive, hidden knowledge, unlicensed mysteries are key topics in deep exploration. So somebody could have been selling some SNUF films or something, or getting involved with this. I don't know. TRAFFICKING. I mean, 10 years ago, if you told me about this stuff, people getting sold, You know, you hear some stories, but how frequent it happens, I would have said that you're bullshitting me. But, you know, it seems like everybody's so immune to it now. You hear it so often, even on the news, other places, and nobody ever gets caught. Just the underlings get caught, not the real ones behind it. Because trust and believe, if there was no demand for this stuff, it wouldn't be happening. Your children, my children, everybody's children would be safe. So, you know, those are in command, the ones demanding this kind of service. We should be nipping in the bud, if you know what I'm saying. As the world changes, so can your methods of making money. Something's going to take off for you, or they thought it was going to take off. Things will take off quicker than you expected. Now is a good time to take action. There's no stopping you now. It would help to establish a clearer plan before moving forward. So somebody thought something was going to take off for them. It's not taking off for them. Working for the underworld, working with this organized crime or clubs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They owe them money. They were doing magic to position themselves in a better position. They probably were doing, if they were doing magic on you, guaranteed this couple were doing magic on these groups coming after you, the cults, coven, secret societies. You know, you hear about these people doing spell work on other people. Do they know what it feels like? Well, some of them do now with the backfires. But what I'm saying is, if one of their own was doing spell work on them, would they even know? And that's what I'm suspecting. That somebody in this group was doing spell work on everyone. And they won't be happy when they hear about how much was done to them and their family members, you know, to get them to go their way, whatever this was, right? They won't feel too happy, but yet these people go behind closed doors like the cowards they are and do spell work on innocent people they don't know, for nefarious reasons. There's never good enough reasons, right? Because vengeance is his, saith the Lord. So what good reasons do they have to sit behind closed doors and unalive people and dry up their money and make them lose their looks, their health, their family, their relations, bending their will to get into bed with somebody else? How dare they? Now, there's good people that call themselves witches, warlocks, whatever, wizards, but they tend to be healers. They're masters of what they do. They revere nature, the world. They're very learned. Well, these people wouldn't cross. They know that there's universal spiritual laws. They wouldn't cross those laws. Okay? They respect. Not these people. So 5 of Pentacles going towards lack and loss. Akahia 7, the forbearing God. Patience reveals secrets of nature, spreads knowledge and industry. Reveals secrets of nature after I just said, yeah. They want to come back in from out of the cold. This angel's hiding, girding their loins. So gird yours. Okay, this is a fool. They're doing love and lust spells and come to me spells. Cupid here with a big long nose. The Huia, they're trying to manipulate the situation. One in reverse, it's because it's all in the upright. It's the magician, right, in reverse. Manipulation, it's magic. The exalting God. Will and new beginnings, assists with difficult and great undertakings. Somebody feels like a fool. Because you're a high priestess, you saw it coming a mile away. You could be a reader, or they are, or a spiritualist. You're certainly close to God here. 44, the angels are protecting you. I mean, you are anointed. Who knows how many people are, or whether we're all anointed or not. I don't know. But you're highly intuitive. You're very wise. This is wise counsel. You're very obedient. God, the eternal, lasting success, protection from magistrates. So this has something to do with magistrates coming after you. They had somebody in their pocket coming after your money. 4 cups. Somebody's rejected, feeling abandoned, feeling sorry for themselves, grieving and regretting. Bored and dissatisfied. A higher power is involved, or bored and regretting this marriage commitment, or going to court, dealing with an institution, getting kicked out. So the God deflecting evil, healing capacity, protection from weapons, safety in travel. 4 wands. 4-4. You're being protected big time. 44, 4-4. That's weird. 5, a higher power is involved. Mahasiya, God the Savior. This is good counsel as well. Rectification helps one live in peace with everyone. The Sun, extreme happiness, truth and clarity. They're being exposed. This is illumination. This is trust. This is healing. New beginnings. Congratulations. Source. Michiel. 64 is 10. This is fated. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So the vivifying God. Restoration of life. Protection from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. And the Tower. It's Archangel Uriel here. The fire of God. And he does have a fiery sword. Okay. He's got his orders here. He is a very serious angel, even though he is the angel of redemption, but he's got other jobs. But the fire of God, disruption, warns of disasters, aids in transformation. So they didn't want to stop doing what they were doing. They didn't want to even try. This is them being forced to transform. You know what I'm saying? The Tower. It's redirecting everybody where they should be. Back to your own stations. 5047. Compromise. 33. You've ascended. You could be an ascended master, or you're working with them, or you're dealing with a secret society of some sort, or closed group, you know, very private group, or somebody's getting the 3rd degree now. Or like I said, you've ascended. Compromise, agreement, reconciliation, consideration. Someone's trying to be sneaky here. Fake people hiding from you behind the scenes on social media. So there's a lot of false profiles. If you're getting hit online, no matter what you have online, what kind of, if you have a platform or no, or just, you know, a profile, you can get a lot of false friend requests all of a sudden, or people annoying you online. I don't know. There's a lot of gossip going on here. Spreading rumors, petty conversations, smearing your image, making you look like the fool. Well, it kind of looks like you're going to be suing them. They could have placed you and your family in danger as well. You know, starting these hate crusades, hate trains against you. These people, you don't know who you're dealing with. These people could be crazy. If they're doing spell work against you, yeah, they're trying to take your life and your loved ones' lives. You know what I mean? Heartstrings, now they want to pull your heartstrings so you can feel sorry for them. Stringing along, get pregnant, entertainment, playing with feelings. So a lot of these people do it for entertainment purposes. Playing with people's feelings, stringing other people along. Yeah, they want to trigger you to get some energy out of you. Or they're feeling triggered. Now flashbacks, trauma bond, inner child wounds, and attracting toxic. Completely done. You've healed. You've healed. Moving on, ending cycles, lessons learned, coming full circle. They took a huge gamble, and they're going to lose here. Taking a risk, poker face, not showing feelings, rolling the dice. They collaborated to come up against you. Backup, unity, enhancement, and somebody's getting sick here. Disease, weakness, fragility. They came after you. They pursued you. The owl represents wisdom and also represents death. So you take your pick. Chasing, persistence, hunting down, resilient. Influences here. They got influence to do so, or they're trying to influence others to come up after you, because some of these people are getting some backfires, they're getting some karma, they're dealing with whatever they're dealing with. They dropped out. They're forever trying to get new people to come up after you. Others involved, third parties, intervention, manipulation, and they were doing stuff that was forbidden. Bottled up here. Could be in a jar, bottle, whatever spells, illusions, keeping things inside, not opening up, deception. Now they're trapped. Stuck, locked down, mental prison, captive. Because you're still rising here. Goal. Purpose, expectation, and destination. They want a leg up from you. They want a handout. 17, aid. The divine is helping you up, that's for sure. Wish fulfillment. Wishes have been granted. This is divine intervention. 17 is the star. You're in your north node. They're in their south. They're not going to be uplifted. Yeah, they want you to uplift them without them doing the work. They want to get to that status without having that status or doing the work. They want you to take on their karma, and they take on your good karma. I get it. By using this eternal love, you're my twin flame bull crap while they go out and party and have fun. You sit at home. And yeah, look at all the money coming in now. You made a decision. You had foresight. You chose which path. It's over. Congratulations. I'm really happy for you. Until next time, take care.